Oh, hey guys, sorry, I was just making a reel. Speaking of reels, let's talk about all things video. Now, I know this might feel overwhelming, but don't worry, I'm going to walk you through each of these formats and give you a little backstory on them and give you a few tips on how you can incorporate them into your strategy. Are you ready? No? Let's go anyway. Let's first talk about Instagram stories. Now, the good thing about Instagram stories is they only live on your account for 24 hours, so there's only so much harm you can do. Just kidding. But seriously though, this is the place where you can experiment. You can really have fun with your content here because it will only be up for 24 hours. And so when it comes to stories, start experimenting with the type of content you want to post. I personally recommend showing up on your stories every single day if you can. Of course, that's a lot. You could always do like 5 days a week, but honestly, a lot of people nowadays watch stories more than they are looking at the grid. So this is actually really good real estate. The nice thing about stories is you can turn them into highlights. For example, with Plan, we do a lot of tutorials on stories and then we then store them in our highlights so that they live on, and we can then send them to planners who maybe want to learn about a specific feature or need help. And this is a great way to repurpose that content. Another great thing about stories is you can be so interactive. You can have fun polls or this or that stories. You can do a Q&A. It's just such a great way to connect with your audience, so make sure you are also mixing in interactive stories along with your more valuable formal content. This is also just a great way to show face and say hello to your audience and talk with them and have it be more casual. If you're a little scared to do this at first, I would suggest creating a close friends list and just inviting a few, maybe friends or family, or a few of your audience members that you feel comfortable with them seeing your stories. Try kind of showing face in that group first, and then you can always broaden your horizons and broadcast it to your whole audience. Okay, now let's get into IGTV. So IGTV is basically like the YouTube of Instagram. This is where you can post more long form content. It can be up to 60 minutes long, so there's a lot you can do here. I would recommend incorporating this into your strategy by repurposing some of your content. If you're on YouTube, you can then bring it here. You could also do things such as interviews on IGTV. You can invite someone on to talk with you. There's just so many different options. And because you can upload the content here, there's just so many things you can do. You can also personalize it by giving it a cover as well. And I do have an exciting announcement. You now can see your IGTVs on Plan. So now it's going to make planning so much easier, being able to plan with IGTV in mind. And we also show you those analytics for the IGTV videos. Lives. Now, I know thinking of going live is super daunting, but don't worry. There are a lot of fun ways you can incorporate lives, and even if it's just once a month or every few months, this is a great way to show up in real time and connect with your audience. I suggest definitely promoting your live before you go on live. That way you can really get your audience engaged and build up that excitement. A great way to incorporate lives is to bring on a guest, and this also makes it a little less daunting when you're not just doing it by yourself. This is just a fun way for your audience to be able to watch an interview or a conversation between you and a guest and ask questions live. You can also bring on your audience, and maybe you could set a specific topic and then invite your audience on as they come and watch to talk about this topic with you. Now let's talk about Reels. Reels is basically the way that Instagram is competing with TikTok, and their newest announcement that they will no longer be promoting videos with the TikTok watermark. just shows that they are not messing around. They really want their users to be taking advantage of Reels and using this in their strategy. The thing is with Instagram is once you start using their newest features, they're going to automatically and organically push your content out more because they want to promote those features and they want more and more people to utilize them. I would suggest posting a reel as often as you can, even if it's just once or twice a week. Just really get into that schedule where you're making reels a part of your strategy. Reels is also a great way to show more of your personality by being able to add music and stickers and partake in the newest trends. This just really allows your audience to get to know you better and see more of who you are. It's also a great way to show more behind the scenes content. Okay guys, speaking of reels, I need to go make a few. So that is all I have for you for today. If you want to, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to learn about all things social media. And I will see you guys over on Plan. You can come follow us right over here. And I will see you next week. Bye everyone.